Hi there, I'm Stella Kay.
And I'm Ashley Dennis, and we're with Chestnut Park Real Estate Limited Brokerage in Huntsville, Ontario. Today we want to talk to you about the wonderful opportunity that is fractional cottage ownership. When you're looking online and a gorgeous cottage on a big lake pops up under $200,000, make sure to read the description because it's probably a good indication that it's fractional cottage ownership.
Fractional cottage ownership is a full ownership alternative that allows you peace of mind that your investment will be properly maintained all year round. All you need to do is show up with your suitcase and enjoy it with no extra hassle. In most cases, you have a fractional share in one specific cottage. It could be 1/10 or 1/4, depending on how the resort works. You also own an undivided share of the entire property and facilities while only paying a percentage of taxes, utilities, insurance, and maintenance. Owners have access to things like dock slips, games rooms, beaches, laundry facilities, and pools.
Purchase price of a fractional cottage includes the number of weeks that you are allotted per year until they are gifted to someone or sold by the owner, which means there is no expiry. You reserve the right to sell your interval at any time. There are annual fees that are billed to you annually or semi-annually, and the price range depends on the size and the share of the facility.
So some important questions to ask your realtor before purchasing a fractional ownership is 1, determining what an interval is. So Ashley, what's an interval?
An interval is specific weeks that you are given each year. For example, if you have 1/10 ownership, you get 5 weeks a year. 1 week in the summer and 4 in the shoulder seasons. You should ask your realtor for a copy of the projected check-in schedules to get an idea of which week would be ideal for you.
Awesome.
And Stella, how are the weeks chosen?
All right, so each resort is different. So this is a question that you're really going to want to ask and focus on. Depending on the resort, some are a lottery process, and then some have set weeks that are projected for 3 to 5 years in advance. So depending on your flexibility of your work, or if you're retired, you want to kind of make sure that works for you. And if you have school-age children, maybe a fixed schedule of the first week in September may not be ideal for you because they'll be back in school. So just ensure that you are comfortable with the interval weeks and go from there. Are pets allowed?
Pets are normally not allowed at the fractional cottage ownerships because it is a shared facility. So be sure to check with your resort and what they offer for you. There's great pet sitting places available, pet resorts in Muskoka here, so be sure to look them up as well. Is there any exchange process? Can you exchange weeks with a different resort?
Yeah, absolutely. So something that's super unique and a huge bonus when purchasing in a fractional ownership resort is the ability to deposit your weeks in return for an international vacation. So ask your resort or your realtor about any third-party travel companies that they work with, and then research the membership options. Okay, so another thing that's really important to get a hold on is that if you aren't able to make it up for one or all of your weeks, how are you going to make your investment work for you, and are you able to rent your weeks out for additional income?
So make sure you check with the resort. At Blue Water Acres here that we are at today on beautiful Lake of Bays, you have the ability to rent out your week. So if you cannot make it, it's a great way to make some extra income. Some cottages you can do the rental process yourself, or you can hire the resort here internally to do it for a fee. One important question, and I think it's on everybody's mind about fractional ownership, because you are sharing it with people you don't know. What's the maintenance and the housekeeping like?
Absolutely. So obviously it varies depending on the resort, but here at Blue Water Acres, every single week each cottage is impeccably cleaned, the linens are changed, inventory is checked, so that your cottage will be spotless and ready for you to go when you arrive. So grounds maintenance is continuous, and there's always a number that you can call if you need assistance. Major repairs and maintenance are accomplished during one of the 2 maintenance weeks each year. So at Blue Water Acres, there's one in April and one in November. So make sure you're comfortable with the resort's maintenance schedule and their quality of work before investing. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Call us if you have any questions about Blue Water Acres or any other fractional they're a great option to get you out of the